Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my reading goals for 2024. As usual, I will make a list of 5 new authors I want to try and 5 series that I want to marathon read during the year. And that is enough of goals for me, honestly. My overall goal every year is to reduce my TBR. I am aiming for kind of a 0 TBR, but progress is slow, especially since I always make these extra goals. So I don't want to overdo it, but let's talk about the 5 authors I want to try next. And some of these authors are classics, others are just authors that I always see bringing out new books, but I just haven't really tried them yet, even though like each of their books sound interesting to me. So we'll see, I'll just guide you through it quickly. Now, the first new author I would love to give a try is Alix E Harrow. I've had their books on my list since the first book, The 10,000 Doors of January, came out, and I still have not tried their books yet, so that's kind of dumb. I think I will try to start with this first one to kind of go about it chronologically, but I might change my mind. I have not acquired the book yet, so I'm still open to figuring it out. So if you have recommendations, definitely let me know. But yeah, this is an author where I have that feeling that the books will work really well for me and I just need to give them a try. Similar with the next author, who is Victor Lavalle. Again, I have had the books on my wish list for so long, and I think the one I want to go for is The Changeling. I don't know if I will like this one because it has fae touches. I think it is a horror book, so yeah, maybe it will work for me. I'm not quite sure. The alternative would be Lone Woman. That one came out this year and it sounds fantastic as well. So again, if you have a recommendation, definitely let me know. Then with this next author, I'm quite set on the book just because one of their books is very long and the other option is very short. And so I thought I'd better go with the long one to make this really count. And that would be Susanna Clarke, and the book would be Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Now, I've heard quite mixed things about this one, but I just want to give it a try. I just want to see. Sometimes I love very slow fantasy, so this might work for me, or it will be a disaster. But no matter what, we'll give it a try in 2024. Then the next author would be James Baldwin, and I already put a book on my Christmas wish list, and that would be Go Tell It on the Mountain. I don't really know why I chose this one. I just went with my gut feeling about it, so we'll see how I like this one. I think this one is the most autobiographical, so that's probably why it interested me. I think it's still a novel, but it has a lot of the experiences that James Baldwin made himself. So I'm really intrigued to try out this very famous author that just never made it into the German educational system. And then the last author I want to give a try in 2024 is Ursula K LeGuin. And I have chosen the book The Left Hand of Darkness. Again, this is also on my Christmas or birthday wish list, so I am quite set on this book. Now, this is part of kind of a series, but like I think this is the most famous one, I think. So this is why I went with it. And I'm really intrigued. I think it is quite the feminist take. Now, I don't read a lot of sci-fi, and I think this one is sci-fi, so we'll see how it goes. But I think this is one of the authors, if you're into SFF books, you just have to read her. Now, moving along from the authors to the series, and the first one is also on my Christmas and birthday wish list. It's quite a few books, and that is A Chorus of Dragons by Jenn Lyons. And this one I've seen around. I'm very intrigued by it, but it is 5 books, which is quite long for one of these series in this format. So we'll see. The first one is The Ruin of Kings, then we have The Name of All Things, then we have The Memory of Souls, The House of Always, and The Discord of Gods. Now I'm really intrigued to get into this series. I've heard great things and I think this will be a fun time to really sink into a fantasy world. The next one is a continuation from a series I've read this year, and that would be part of the realm of the Elderlings, and the next series I have to read is the Lifeship Traders. So we have Ship of Magic, The Mad Ship, and Ship of Destiny. I really loved the first series in that world, so I'm very intrigued to now try the second one, which is said to be very, very different, but I just love the whole setup with the ships that come to life. So we'll see. Again, high fantasy, a world to really sink into, and I can't wait. The next one is another continuation in a way of something I'm still planning to do this year, because this year I wanted to read Elantris by Brandon Sanderson, and so for next year I put the Mistborn Era 1 books on my list. So that would be The Final Empire, The Well of Ascension, and The Hero of Ages. I am very intrigued whether this is a good idea, because I still have not read Elantris. I will do that after Christmas, but I hope that I will like the writing, and either way I think I always planned on reading Mistborn because I have just heard so many things about it. So we'll see, but so far I have not made my formal introduction into the Cosmere, so this is still quite risky business right here. Talking about risks, the next series is also a bit risky because so far only the first book is out, but I am very sure that this is a duology. I really hope so, because otherwise I will be so mad and I will change this one up if anything happens with it. But that would be the Iron Widow series, and as I said, I think it is just a duology. So we have Iron Widow and Heavenly Tyrant, and the latter is supposed to come out in the spring, so we'll hope that it will do that, so I can read the duology during the summer. And I'm very excited for this one. I wanted to read Iron Widow since it came out, but it has been a very long wait for the second book. The author also explained why that is, so yeah, I'm very excited for this one. And then the last series is the only one I currently own, and I was planning on reading it this year, but it just never worked out, so I thought making it an official goal will help me achieve it as well, and that would be the Southern Reach trilogy. This one is by Jeff Vandemeer, and I am very excited to read this. I have this really cute bind up of it. It looks quite big, but it's all 3 books in one, so I hope having a little bit of a shorter series on here will help me as well, because a lot of the other ones are very big fantasy series, and again I think this one is more sci-fi, and yeah, I'm just really intrigued to finally read this one. This one consists of Annihilation, Authority, and Acceptance, and I've never even watched the Annihilation movie, even though I've heard they're very different, but I still want to read the book first. So next year we're gonna do it. So now I have a cat on my lap. This is something that always happens when I film videos, and it's very uncomfortable because I try to have a little bit of a good posture. But yeah, that's that. I'm sorry I didn't give like very in-depth synopsis of these books in series. If you're interested in that, I'm sure you can look it up. But I just wanted this to be a short, snappy video to give you some kind of sneak peek into what I will talk about book-wise in 2024. I will make separate reading vlogs for all of these books, so if you're interested in them, I would recommend subscribing so you will see when I put those vlogs up where I will discuss the books in great detail. I am excited. I hope you are excited for your reading in 2024 as well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!
there is the evidence. This is not it. I'm sorry.
You want to say something to defend yourself?